fascinating enough, the media doesn't. The Democratic Party, have you been
Media doesn't
this?
swing elections, but Alex Jones can ruin people's whole lives.
Correct. Yeah, it seems entirely consistent. Also, the Democrats, I don't know if you've been following us, but apparently they're putting a lot of money behind Trump-backed candidates because they think it's their best chance to win in the midterms.
Wait, what?
Let's go to Google, Ryan. And what we're going to do... Yeah,
not TikTok, Dave? You're not using TikTok for this?
No, I'm not using TikTok. I get my information from a good American source like Google.
Hold on. Back up a second. Did you see it says carbon neutral since 2000?
Yeah, it's fine. DCCC funding Trump backed. Oh, that's weird. It's not finishing my sentence for me.
Oh, there it is, though. MSNBC.
DCC under fire for funding campaign ads for Yahoo News, the most trusted name in news, Ryan.
But it's weird it did
for sale.
It's weird it did. Oh, I'm going to need those because you're going to...
Yeah, we got tents for sale.
It's weird it did auto finish your sentence. It's so funny. And then here it is, literally the fucking...
After Republican Rep. Peter Major of Michigan lost his re-election bid to Trump-backed candidate John Gibbs, who is a black man, by the way, even though Trump's a racist and there's good people on both sides. Politicians on both sides of the aisle criticized the DCCC for funding campaign ads for extreme far-right candidates. Chair of the DCCC, fucking just call it the USSR, Sean Patrick Maloney speaks to MSNBC about his strategy. Wait, is this the guy talking about his strategy? Hold on, what's this? Can we play this? What is this, Ryan? The DCCC, USSR.
DCCC. With less than 100 days until the midterms.
I love MSNBC. They're so diverse. Look at this, man.
Election deniers across the country are winning their primary races, setting up a dangerous scenario in November. In Michigan's 3rd congressional district, Republican Congressman Peter Meyer lost his re-election bid to Trump-backed
They spelled it wrong, you idiot.
You may remember that Meyer was one of only 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Donald Trump after the January 6th insurrection. And get this. His loss could be due in part to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee funding ads to boost his far-right opponent.
43 million.
In other
Did you
races,
get that money from Alex
Democrats
Jones?
vote in Republican primaries in an effort to give the Democrat an extremist opponent. Makes sense. But at a time when democracy is on the brink, they could be playing with fire.
Do your job. Tell us why.
Joining me now is Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney of New York, chair of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee.
Fuck you.
Chairman Maloney,
you see the guy in the back?
Very much for being
you don't
here.
have that guy in your background all the
Meyer
time.
Said he has no regrets over his vote
to
impeach Donald Trump.
I got
despite
an interview on MSNBC. Better put the black guy up.
Funding ads for extreme far-right candidates sending to current Republican members who are afraid to stand up and cross Trump.
Well, good morning, Jonathan, and it's a great day for Democrats watching the success
that dude is not always
that
there.
hugely important legislation on the Senate floor. We are better off today than we were a week ago. We're better off because of the voters in Kansas, who by 60% showed that they are not going to go back with a MAGA Republican movement that wants to drag us back. And at the DCCC, we have one goal, Jonathan, one goal. Let's be really clear. It is to protect the pro-worker, pro-choice, pro-Social Security and Medicare, pro-voting rights majority we hold in the House, and to stop dangerous people from coming to power.
So we're going to fund them.
There are always going to be questions about tactics. That's normal. But we are better off today than we were a week ago. The big losers this week are Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell.
And I get that, and I do want to talk about that, but let me just get you, because let me just get you to respond to something that Congressman Adam Kinzinger
the MSNBC
said on
host sounds
CNN.
like he would have monkeypox.
Here's the thing. Don't keep coming to me asking where are all the good Republicans that defend democracy, and then take your donors' money and spend $500,000 promoting one of the worst election deniers that's out there. I mean, the DCCC needs to be ashamed of themselves.
Congressman Kinzinger on CNN on Wednesday, the day after Peter Meyer lost.
Do you think he lost his election because he bored me in the 30 seconds he was talking?
Well, it's flat wrong to say that we were promoting an election denier. We were attacking an election denier. I think a lot of the people talking about this haven't seen the ad. The ad.
This guy lives in fucking bizarro world, apparently.
Extremist. He's too conservative for Western Michigan. We have a great pro-choice Democrat named Hillary Scholten. And if Adam Kinzinger really wants to keep common sense, pro-choice people in power, he can support Hillary Scholten because she's the Democrat that's going to win that seat. And it is far more likely today than it was on Monday. Don't take my word for it. Dave Wasserman and the Cook Political Report changed the rating on that race. And they say it is much more likely that a Democrat, pro-choice, pro-voting rights, pro-worker, pro-climate, is going to hold that seat. Let's remember, both Peter Meyer and John Gibbs want to take away a woman's right to choose. Both Peter Meyer and John Gibbs would vote for Speaker McCarthy. Jim Jordan is chairman of the Judiciary
election denying.
In other words,
on the
people
left.
can disagree about tactics. That's normal. And there are always complicated questions in politics. But the bottom line is that we are closer today than we were on Monday to having a pro-choice majority in the House. And the big losers this week are the MAGA Republicans, who thought they were on a glide path to the majority, but we've got a surprise for them. We're winning today in the United States.
It's mail-in ballots. That's
the surprise. We won on veterans healthcare last week. We're going to win next week on a plan to reduce climate emissions by 40% in 8 years. We're going to reduce prescription drug costs.
Yeah, it's all in the Inflation Reduction Act where we spend a lot of other people's money.
So let me get this straight. The Republicans called out a Democratic group that was funding far-right Republicans so that they would win the primaries. So when it came to election day, the Republican seemed crazy and extreme and super far on the one side. This sounds a lot like Overton window, David, that they want a certain thing. They just admitted that they fund both arms of politics all the fucking time and just snuck it in on broadcast television.
Correct. Yeah, real concerned about Russians interfering in our elections. Also, we're interfering in our elections.
Literally funding the other political party. But then you get on the stage and you say, you fucking extreme Republicans over there, you got them elected.